Oval, home of Sporting Alfaz Cricket Club. We're now into the second day finals, and we have our next game between Coalesce Cricket Club and Pak-I-Care Cricket Club, both sides from Catalonia. Mr. Ashford, our umpire, is going to do the toss for us.
Okay. If you take the coin, you flip, there's a head, and the other side's a tail. You flip, you call.
Heads is the call.
And the tail it is.
Tails it is.
You're batting first. Okay, good luck.
Pak-I-Care to bat first. Coalesce in the row. Good luck, gentlemen. Thank you. Good morning again, viewers. Our finals day, Sunday, here live at the Woodbridge Oval, sporting Alfaz, and for the second game, I'm joined by Steve McVeigh, who's very kindly volunteered to take over the right-hand seat from Tim Ames. And good morning and welcome, Steve.
Hi, Hugh. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I hope all the technical things are working properly, and great to be here. A little bit disappointed with the first game. I've come here as a Costa fan, but anyway, we've still got two good games to enjoy anyway, and hopefully a little bit warmer as the day progresses. But great to be here and really enjoying it. Lovely backdrop, lovely setting, and looking forward to it, Hugh. Great to be here.
Yeah, we're blessed again with bright blue sky. It is slightly chillier today. Sunshine. There's a whisper of a few clouds over to the east, but certainly it will be a dry day. And Pak-I-Care are into bat with their opening batsman Babar and Ishant. So did you watch Pak-I-Care's innings yesterday?
Yeah, I missed the first game. I was travelling down here after flying in overnight, sort of Friday, Saturday. But I've seen quite a bit of Pak-I-Care in various other events. And I know just how destructive that some of their batters can be, and why they deservedly came into this tournament as favourites and have backed that up so far.
Umar bowling first ball, right arm over, clipped away by Babar, down to just like behind square leg for the single. Babar off the mark.
Very nice little shot, very sort of delicate, gently played, not what we've come to expect, but maybe taking a ball or two to play himself in.
I'm sure we'll see a few more fireworks from Babar as we did yesterday. Big hitter, big man.
Yeah, mainly deals in fireworks.
Umar second ball. Pushes it outside off stump. Ishan has gone high, but it's over the fielders' heads down at mid-off.
Nice power play shot that there with the field in. You can get away with that at this stage of the innings.
Absolutely right, Steve. Clever play. Oh, good ball down outside off stump. Ishan wafting away, but the bounce too high for him.
Yeah, it's been very interesting actually. Yesterday was my first time at this ground, but there's certainly a lot of bounce out there on this surface. I know there were one or two discussions about that yesterday, but generally speaking, it's bounced a bit more than I expected. It certainly makes it interesting.
Umar to bowl the fourth ball. Clipped away down to point, but no run taken. Sharp fielding by Coalesce.
Yeah, he did well there. Didn't bounce quite as much, but he did well to get on top of it, kind of ride the bounce, even though he got naught for it. It was kind of, he played the bounce well that time.
And it's gone in the air. And fielder waiting and wicket taken.
Yeah, he was looking for that power play shot again, but there are some fielders out there. You've still got to get it over the ring to get value for that. It's a bit of a miscue, that, really.
So the score goes 3-1.
He was looking to try and, well, he was looking to try and give us a catch there. I think he was looking to play it over mid-wicket where we're sat. But yeah, didn't time it at all.
As he looks at his bat as he comes off the field. Coalesce will be pleased with taking a wicket in the first over. 1 ball remaining of the over. Umer, the captain of Coalesce, leading from the front.
Yeah, and I think the only way you're really going to do anything against Pak-I-Care is early wicket to get rid of the big guns early doors, and then maybe you've got a chance. So, well, that's one of them. It's a good start.
Last ball of the over. Clip down to fine leg. Glanced. Two runs taken. Final ball of the over. Shifts the score. 5-1.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the bounce a minute or two ago, but that one seemed to shoot through a little bit. It doesn't look like it's sort of an unpredictable pitch, but that one certainly kept a bit low.
Of course, most of the cricket grounds in Spain, we are having to use artificial wickets. Lack of rain, obviously always a difficult thing here in southern Spain with maintaining cricket grounds. But the Woodbridge Oval looking in good shape. Yeah,
it looks lovely. It's a lovely setting generally, and yeah, as I say, the pitch seems to be playing okay.
It's gone high in the air. Oh, and he's dropped it, and that's a big... That could be a costly error for Coalesce to drop Babar.
Well, yeah, he could well make them pay for that. Bit of a top edge, bit of a miscue. It wasn't a particularly difficult chance. It was in the air a little bit, but yeah, should be taking those.
Saeed will be frustrated with that. It's now second ball of the over. Pushing down leg side. A glance and a push down to backward square leg. Picked up by the fielder. 1 run taken.
Lovely.
4 runs.
Lovely timing that. That was just a little clip, really, wasn't it? Off the legs, not a big heave or anything, not a lot of power, just very nicely timed.
Absolutely right, Steve. He's a big man, Babar.
And of course, I suppose it helps the players here when they've played on these pitches. I know you say they're all artificial, but every sort of artificial has its own little peculiarities as well.
That's gone high in the air down to square leg, and oh, he has been taken this time. A little bit of a juggle by the fielder, Moeen, but that's a big wicket to take.
Yeah, his heart would have been in his mouth for a second there. It took him 2 or 3 goes. Did he actually finally catch it in the legs? His legs were certainly involved anyway. But he got it in the end. It goes down as caught in the scorebook. I think he was kind of looking for the same shot as the ball before, but whereas we were saying how nicely he timed that 4, that one not quite so well timed.
I think the ball was a little bit more pace on it. I think it just beat him for pace. He wasn't able to get enough bat on it. Sailing into the air. It's a big wicket for Coalesce to take. Score now 12 for 2 in the second over, 2 balls remaining.
Well, yeah, this is a great start for Coalesce. I think if you'd offered them this and babbled out at this stage, I think they'd have taken that 10 times out of 10. So, yeah, well, we were saying a minute or so ago, wickets up top is the way to go against Pak-I-Care, and that's 2 of them. So, yeah, we could have a game on here.
Well, certainly we predicted the first game wrong in Costa del Sol versus Levante, with Levante only scoring 59 runs in their innings. There was all sorts of assumptions from the commentary box that Costa del Sol would sail past that figure, but failed to do so. Oh, and that's a good ball, good line and length.
Yeah, good area that outside the off stump. And yeah, going back to that Costa del Sol game. Yes, everybody talking over there in the cafe or the fan zone or whatever we like to call it. There was general agreement that Costa del Sol will be playing in the final. But yeah, halfway through, you've only got half the picture.
And that has gone for 4 runs. A shorter ball from Saeed. Going down leg.
Yeah, his previous ball, I was saying, was a nice line outside off stump, but he's got far too straight there, as you say, even straying down leg. And well picked up, well put away.
Batsman forced onto his back foot, but he does get a single from it as it chips it down to behind point.
Yeah, dug it out well in the end to get away. A little bit of a late chop down on it, but played it well in the end. Not sure what's going on here. Is it a helmet change or a change of some piece of equipment at least? Something going on with the grip on the bat as well, on the handle, so maybe 1 or 2 running repairs.
Into the third over, 17 for 2. Umer to bowl. Wide ball given.
Yeah, length looked okay, and it looked like it was coming through with a decent pace, but yeah, straying down the leg side.
It's better line and length. But the wicket keeper letting that one go through for the bye. So the score clicks up to 18 for 2. Pushing it well outside off stump, and batsman clipping it away down to third man for a boundary.
Yeah, nice shot there. After that wide, the start of the over, he's obviously, well, perhaps overcompensated, certainly with his second legal ball. Big gap there, and he did well to put it between. There is a very fine third man who looks like he might be moving around a bit now, and there is someone sort of deep backward point, but there's a big area there to run that one through. And there is a bit of a change in the field now. Somebody's coming around to a sort of gully-ish region.
And that was a gift for the batsman, and 6 runs scored off that. A great shot, pulled down to backward as square leg.
Yeah, well, he just moved a man over from sort of squarish on the leg side to gully, and then he dropped it short and was straight down the leg side. Although, to be honest, I don't think it would have mattered where the fielders were for that ball. It was always going to be 6.
And off he goes, caught. Next ball. Sort of scampered down the wicket. Lashed at the ball, but didn't fully connect. And straight to mid-on. Caught.
Yeah, seemed to get himself in a bit of a tangle, didn't he? He's kind of down on one knee. I'm not quite sure if he was originally aiming it in the sort of mid-wicket region. I'm not quite sure what he was playing. He seemed to be in 2 or 3 minds, but anyway, he didn't get enough of it. That's the important thing.
Brings the score to 32 runs for 3 wickets. 2 more balls remaining of this over.
And yeah, this is it's evenly poised again. We've seen a couple of big shots, as you'd expect during the power play, and you'd expect anyway when Pak-I-Care are batting. But Coalesce keep chipping away with these wickets, then could definitely have a game on.
That's good bowling, good full line.
Yeah, good areas that outside outside the off stump. Again, coming through at a decent pace, and the length was good there. Good ball all round.
The over, it's gone, and he's dropped. Dropped at mid-wicket. We're not happy with that.
Disappointed there. He got underneath it a bit, I think, as well, and he got there. It wasn't straight down his throat, but he kind of got into position, and then
it went wrong from there.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't do the actual catching part.
So that's the end of the over. 33 for 3, 3 overs down.
Well, I'd say kind of evenly poised. I think when you've got the some of the big guns out, I think you've got to be happy. Coalesce. I mean, they're still going at 11s here, Pak-I-Care, so they're not in terrible trouble. But relatively speaking, to some of the damage we've seen Pak-I-Care do already in this competition, I think it's I think Coalesce can be quite pleased.
They're still in the fight. I was just thinking of the old umpire Shepherd. He would have been skipping all the way around the field at 33 for 3 with 3 overs down. It was
the old Nelson, the old 1-1-1 or any multiples thereof. Yeah, that's right. So always used to get the crowd interested.
Superstitious man he was. Umpire Patterson declaring that as wide ball going down leg side.
Yeah, just straying down the leg a little bit. Again, the length was right, a bit like the wide that started the previous over. The length was right. It was reasonable, coming through at a reasonable pace, but just straying.
Mowing to bowl again. Right arm over, and that'll be wide again. Being punished for the bowling down the outside leg stump.
Yeah, again, very, very similar to the first one. Well pitched up, reasonable pace, but straying down leg.
Just glancing off the plaids, going down leg and 2 leg byes. Bringing the score up, 37 runs for 3 wickets. One getting a bit of bounce on it.
Yeah,
glancing blow off the shoulder.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. He's not rubbing his shoulder, or doesn't seem to be in any discomfort. So I think, yeah, glancing blow, exactly right. I think the other important news is that the sun seems to have emerged from behind the trees behind us. So hopefully the temperature is going to increase rapidly.
And that's another wide ball. Can't afford to give Pak-I-Care extras.
No, and same again. He just keeps straying down that leg side. He's got pretty much everything else right in terms of where he's putting it, but just needs to drag it back across, drag it over to the offside a bit more.
That one pushed down outside off stump, but it's taken as 4 runs down behind. Backward point. Did you say, Steve?
Yeah, that was the backward point. You're just saying he needs to drag it over to the off stump, and he does that, and then he goes for 4. So sometimes you can't win. But
with his third legal legal delivery. Wicketkeeper scurries off down towards square leg to field that ball. Single taken. Now 44 for 3. And that smashed over for 6 runs. Great hit.
Yeah, lovely shot that. Just picked it up off his legs. Lovely timing. Never in any doubt that was clearing the ropes.
It's becoming an expensive over for Coalesce.
It is, and Pak-I-Care are looking well placed now, and they've not been, I think it's at the second or third six, they've not been smashing it all around the park like they can do, but yet even saying that, they're still progressing at a a perfectly reasonable rate. I'll say they're on top here.
And a wide ball delivered. Back into the usual Pak-I-Care territory, aren't we? 51 for 3 over only three overs and 5 balls. Last ball of the over remaining. Just a soft punch to mid-off. And a quick single taken.
Yeah, and there we are. They're going at 13s here, Pak-I-Care, and without really, taking a huge amount of risk. Yes, they've lost some of their sort of bigger guns, you might say, but they've still got plenty of batting, and I think they're still they're well placed here now. I think they're edging ahead on points at this stage.
I think you're right. They do bat all the way down the order. Pak-I-Care.
Coalesce just straying a little bit. We saw in that last over straying down the leg side. Then when they did get it on the offside, it was cut through a gap for 4. And if you can rely on your bowlers to put it in the right place, you can put the fielders there. But when you've got to protect the bad balls as well, it's going to leave gaps even for the good balls.
Abdullah into bowl. Right arm over. And it's a big appeal. And a gift of a run out has been lost. Pak-I-Care managed to sneak a run from that. An appeal for LBW.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there was. It was a dot ball. Shafi was interested, but his partner not.
And that ball bouncing high, just taking a glancing blow off the shoulder of the bat. So he's gone for four
run. I think it was given as runs. Definitely 4 to Pak-I-Care anyway.
Yeah. Now 56 for 3. Hitting, that was a full toss ball delivered. A sort of chip over to mid-on, falling well short of the fielder. He's right out on the boundary, came running in to field the ball. Now 57 for 3. 4th ball of the over. A miss-hit still results in a run.
Yeah, good running that actually. Good call from the non-striker. He was straight on it. The ball not really not getting far outside the crease, as you say. I don't know if it was a bit of an inside edge or something like that, but he recognised that he was going to the danger end, got down there quickly. Well run.
Ball sailing down outside the off stump. It's given us wide. Score up to 59 for 3.
Yeah, a bit of bounce there as well that time. I think it was well wide of the off stump. I think it was a wide on width rather than the bounce, but there was some bounce too.
That one bowled into the slot. Well struck. 4 runs down to square leg.
Yeah, nice shot that. Again, didn't try to overhit that, just worked it. There's plenty of room down there at sort of backward square. Timed it well. It still travelled off the bat, but it was timing rather than excess power. Well played.
The batsman putting pressure onto the bowler. Extras given. Boundaries hit. Again, that pressure coming through is wide. With 2 runs.
Yeah, I remember at the power play at 33 for 3 or something like that, we were thinking that Coalesce would be quite happy, but they've just unravelled a bit these last couple of overs. A few too many wides and losing
Absolutely
the direction
right,
a bit.
Steve. Taken as a single down to mid-off. Playing off his back foot, driving up to mid-off, just scurrying along the ground. So that's the end of the over. 67 for 3. 5 overs down. So Pak-I-Care really starting now to turn pressure back onto Coalesce.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going at 13s, a bit over 13s here, and as we've said a few times, they've not been trying to sort of smash it out the ground or smash it into the sea. They've just been picking off the bad balls, timing them nicely. A few wides, a few extras have helped that score along as well. So yeah, Pak-I-Care definitely well in control here now. I'd say they've definitely sort of got the momentum going with them over the last couple of overs.
Looking for a par score of perhaps, Steve, 130 to 140 runs, which what we've seen them do before as of yesterday.
Yeah, I'd say that's what they keep going at 13s now. They've still got plenty of wickets in hand, despite losing some of their sort of bigger guns early doors. They've still got plenty to come.
Safwan to bowl. A flighty ball. Introducing spin into the Coalesce attack, taking the pace off the ball perhaps. That one short, but a miss hit down to mid-off, but a single taken. The bowler will be relieved that it's only a single.
Yeah, and I think this is a good move to try a bit of spin. We've seen a few boundaries recently where, just like you're saying, nicely timed shots, pace of the ball taking it away. So a bit of pace off might help Coalesce here.
And that has been dispatched for 6 runs. What a great hit.
Yeah, beautifully timed. Literally, I just finished saying that pace off the ball might help, and but that's a lovely shot. Yeah, the batters are allowed to play good shots, and he's timed that well, picked it up, lovely clean contact.
Safam into bowl again. Just short of a sort of Yorker length. It was a very full ball. Passenger clipping it off his pads. Big swing and a miss. Dot ball.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he did him kind of through the air a bit there. Say big swing. I don't know if maybe a bit of drift. There's certainly a bit of wind out here as well, so that might have been part of what did the batter. But,
ended the over. It was 75 for 3, 6 overs down. That run rate still up at 12.5.
Yeah, I thought that was a decent over there from the spinner. Just that one very nice shot for 6, that can happen. But overall, it was a pretty tight over. So I think we'll see him again.
Saeed bowling. Sails it down leg stump. Wide. Cannot afford to give them the extras, Coalesce. They must be disciplined in their bowling.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a perennial problem for them this innings, hasn't it? Straying down the leg like that.
An overthrow is costly for Coalesce.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any real need to throw it like that. I think the batter was well in his crease already. It's fair enough if he's short. It's worth having the risk. But
It's a poor throw, poor decision. Giving Pak-I-Care more runs. Full toss, but it sails over the head of cover. The sweeper on the boundary. Coming to assist, but not required. It's gathered. Now bringing the score 81 for 3.
Yeah, again a bit of a punch. That again, he didn't try and smash it too hard. Just punched it into the space and got 2 for it. And if you can get runs like that risk-free, why not? And that's played just nicely through. Again, a fairly risk-free shot, just to the guy at mid-off. Comfortable single. Takes the score up to 82 for 3. Another single, not perfectly timed, but not too badly either. Clipped away, a single down to square leg. I think he was looking to come slightly more through mid-wicket, mid-on initially, but got enough of it, close enough to the middle. And he's put down. He was looking for that punch again into sort of through the V. There's a couple of guys on the ropes out at long off and long on, but there's a big gap between there and the ring, and I think he was trying to punch it into that space. Didn't get enough of it, but fielder spurned the opportunity. And that's turned away. for 4. Strain just onto the legs. He's bowled better this over in terms of giving away the freebies, giving away the wides, but that one was a little bit too straight nonetheless, and nicely turned away. Turned away backward a square, 4 runs. And that takes a score after 7 overs to 88 for 3. And it'll be interesting to see where Pak-I-Care go from here. Although there was that one drop chance in that over, generally they've progressed sort of quite risk-free the last 3 or 4 overs. So will they continue in the same vein, or with 3 overs to go, will they look to go a bit more expansive? Plenty of wickets in hand. So be interesting to see what the approach is from here on in. We're back with spin, 2nd over, and that's well bowled. That's well bowled. I think he might have done him through the air a bit there. Maybe a bit of dip. Again, maybe this breeze might be a factor as well. It certainly is very windy out here, so it could be a tool in the spinner's armoury. But that one is deservedly smashed over kind of mid-wicket area for 6. It was a full toss and really got what it deserved. I think he might be trying to vary his length a little bit, which is fair enough, but not to that extent. And then he got his length right a bit there, but again, a poor throw. Got his length right. It was well dug out for what should have been a single, but a bit of an overzealous shy at the stumps when I think the batter was comfortably in already. And I think they got through for another overthrow. 96 for 3 after 7.3, I think. It's 7.2.
That's taken, smashed down to mid-on. Keeping that scoreboard ticking.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe the 6 might have been a no ball, because I think this is the this is the 4th legal delivery coming up.
Seemed to be some real confusion in the field, some real poor communication.
Yeah, it's definitely something they could have a chat about and work on, sort of when to throw, who's going to the stumps, who's backing up. It's definitely an area they could tighten up, and it's cost them a few runs. So it'll definitely bring reward doing that.
Pak-I-Care sailing past the 100 mark now. The 4 runs off that shot, bringing the score up to 104 for 3.
Well, that seemed... okay, 104 for 3 off 8. I think the scoreboard on the screen was a second or 2 behind. And yeah, I think we'll see Pak-I-Care try and sort of really go through the gears now, these 2 overs to go. As I was saying a moment ago, they've been progressing quite risk-free until now, but I think they're going to want to try and cash in, and we might see a few glory shots in these last 12 balls.
Make hay while the sun shines, which is certainly shining now here at the Woodbridge Oval.
Absolutely, yeah. That's been a good development during this innings. The wind has died down, touch wood, and the sun has come out to play from behind the trees.
Abdullah into bowl, right arm over.
Oh, he's got him.
Big swing, and he's taken him. What a wicket.
Well, yeah, good ball, good length, good shape, good length, good line, straight, well pitched up, reasonable speed, and yeah, well, that might have been one of those glory shots, but that's the other side of the coin of trying to go for the glory shots. That's what can happen.
Batsman looking back at the wicket, seeing that that was not the shot to play.
Yeah, I think that shot was a bit of, we've got wickets in hand, we've already got plenty of runs, let's try and cash in. I think that was a shot based on kind of the luxury of the position. I mean, they're not absolutely clearing in the bag here, Pak-I-Care, but I think they would expect to post a match-winning total from here on in. But yeah, if they lose a couple more quickly and they could be restricted to somewhere in the 110, 115 region, well, then who knows.
And learning our lessons from the first game is it can all change. Dot ball for Abbas coming into bat.
Yeah, absolutely. And in any chase, if one batsman, it's their day. If the luck's with them, if they get a few out the middle early doors, and one guy has a brilliant innings, and we've seen what sort of things can be chased down in T10.
Outside off stump, hit on the sort of top edge, down to back of point.
Yeah, we've seen a few runs go through there. There's a guy kind of on the boundary at pointish in a very, very fine deep third. So there's plenty of space to go through if you go at kind of 45. And that's what he did.
Good line and length, getting the dot ball. 2 more balls remaining of the over.
Yeah, good ball that, and I would be tempted to maybe move that deep third round a bit more on the 45. We've not seen too much go very fine.
Fuller length ball. It was dug out. Was hoping for a run, but non-facing bat. Saying stay there.
And I
Shafi, the non-facing batsman, not interested in that and trying for that run.
Yeah, I thought for a moment we were going to see another overthrow there, but well done, Ali. At the last minute, he reined himself in and realised he wasn't going to get the run out, so didn't bother.
Hit to mid on. A bit of a run and a scamper as the fielder is long on the boundary, protecting the boundary. Has to charge in. So 2 runs taken.
Yeah, and that wicket at the start of this over, I think it's just applied the brakes a little bit. And so Pak-I-Care, I mean, they're probably going to go in at favourites, regardless of how many they get off this last over. They're probably going to be favourites at half time. But yeah, without that wicket, I think we might have seen a few more big shots and seen a few sixers flying in these last 2 overs. So Coalesce could take something out of that. I think they could last over here, and they could end up 10 or 20 runs better off than they might have been without that wicket.
Ali take the final over. Right arm over. Oh, and that was hit hard, but straight to mid-wicket.
Well taken. Good catch that. It was travelling and he's rubbing his hands. I think he might still be feeling that one, but he did the important bit, which was to catch it.
Real cross bat swipe straight to mid wicket. Yeah, he's done well to take that. He was going fast.
Yeah, a bit of a fetch that. It wasn't a bit of a last over shot, that one, really, I think, as much as anything. Just looking for boundaries no matter what. But picked the man out. I mean, he got plenty of it, but picked the one fielder out in this this kind of between square leg and long on. There's one guy out mid wicket and not straight down his throat, but fielder had a bit to do.
Keeping mid-wicket busy again. Single taken. Good bowling, good line, good length. Left with the dot ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go big on that one, wasn't he? Almost kind of knocked himself off his feet in the effort of the shot. But yeah, well bowled, good areas.
And a bye. And the child, but there was no point taking that run. That was clearly out on the run out.
Yeah, good bit of work from the keeper. I think Coalesce can be quite happy with the way they're closing this innings out from
in the death over. Still one ball remaining. Last ball of the innings. It's gone high, down to mid on, and it dropped it. Scrambling back for a second. And
well, a little bit of a comedy finish to the end of the innings. The dropped catch there from Coalesce, that was a little bit disappointing, but generally speaking, they've done well over the last 2 overs to restrict what could have been a lot more. We're just checking the final score. There's get that to you when we can, but it's somewhere in the region of 110, 112, 114 for 7 in the end.
There is a technical glitch from the scoreboard to our computer.
A discrepancy with the scoreboard in the ground.
113 for 7 as we close. So you were spot on, Steve.
Yeah, and anyway, it's going to be, just over 11 and over. I think Pak-I-Care are favourites. But Coalesce had their moments in that innings, a few wickets up top, and then sort of restricted them well over the last 2, and it could have been quite painful for them.
If their opening batsman can come out with positive heads, they could build an innings, it can be done.
Well, yeah, as you said, in the first game we saw a low score not chased, so who knows at half-time. It's dangerous to make too big predictions, so maybe we'll see the other way this time. Anyway, let's wait and see. That's to come. Pak-I-Care just slightly ahead, I'd say, but Coalesce definitely in with a shout.
And we're going to take a short break now before the next innings of Coalesce go into bat with Pak-I-Care in the field.
Welcome back for the start of this chase. A little bit of housekeeping just before we get on with the action. The updated score, 117 Pak-I-Care made, so Coalesce 118 to win, and we're off.
Straight up with a single on the first ball.
Yeah, nicely clipped away. Just staying slightly down the leg side, nicely clipped away. 117, 118 to win. I think the power play need a decent start, don't they? They need to find the ropes a few times in the power play.
Yes. Chasing 117, they've really got to get some control of the game in the first 3 overs.
Bit of a swipe outside off stump, decent ball, decent areas. Bit of a swipe, dot ball. Very much the same again, not exactly a carbon copy, slightly fuller and actually a bit more bounce as it carried through to the keeper, but another dot ball outside the off stump. So 1 off 3 Coalesce, not the start they need, chasing 118, almost 12 and over. Another good ball, straighter this time, fuller, almost York length. Well bowled, good tight opening over this. That was full again.
And hitting the pad, giving a leg by.
Proving tricky to get away, this lad, and 2 off 5. He's coming through a not lightning pace, but reasonable wheels. His line's been reasonably good, straight or outside off stump. And a refusal. Did he lose his run up? Is he? Not quite sure. And he's got him. He's got him.
Yeah, that's a great ball. Coming in with that left arm over action, he is a good bowler. He's taken wickets throughout this tournament. Yeah,
that was a good line. It's not easy to get that line right, bowling to a right-hander, left arm over. But well, if you bowl somebody, then you've definitely got the line right. Through him.
It's not the start Coalesce we're looking for.
No, we were trying to build up the chase, weren't we? And saying that if they get a good start, and 1 over doesn't decide a game, but yeah, definitely not the start. Not the start they're looking for. The wind's just got up a bit here. The sun has come out. It's appeared from behind the trees, as I said, during the last innings, and the wind can get quite severe. It can get up pretty strong at sometimes, and then it dies down. So it's a bit kind of on and off on that in that department, but barely a cloud in the sky. So I think we're going to get beautiful sunshine for the rest of the day. No problems on that score.
But we're 2 runs for 1 wicket, 1 over down, 9 to come, 6 balls at this over. Left arm over the wicket, but that being pushed well outside off stump and penalised with a wide.
Yeah, and I don't know if it kind of swung away a little bit as well. I mean, it was wide anyway, even to begin with, but keeper took it very far to his right.
And that's clocked high in the air, and it's taken.
Well taken, good catch. A bit of a swipe, wasn't it, outside the off stump, and maybe a bit toe end of the badish, I'm not sure, but went very, very high and caught it a kind of extra cover. And things going well from bad to worse here for Coalesce.
Just piles more pressure on Coalesce, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a tendency when you're chasing somewhere in the region of 12 and over, you think, well, as we said, you need to be finding the boundaries in the power play, but I suppose you can create that pressure on yourself and thinking you've got to hit a boundary every ball, or looking for the boundary every ball and playing a shot that's not really on.
Oh, into ball again. Pushing well outside the off stump, and therefore being punished again with a wide.
Yeah, pushing it too far across him again. Pushed it across him again, but that time not too wide, but still getting it across the right-hander and into that outside his off-stump channel. And I think he is getting a little bit of swing. It's just a question of controlling it as well.
I think you're right, Steve. He is getting some movement off that ball.
Again, he's consistently gone across the batter.
Batsman going onto his back foot.
Yeah, he got in position well, the batter there, but then he didn't do a lot with it. He might have tried to maybe play a more forceful shot, or maybe try and work it through that gap, but just sort of tapped it rather tamely to the guy at kind of gully/point.
Two balls remaining of the over. It's 4 for 2. Pak-I-Care in command again.
Yeah, this is a very convincing start from Pak-I-Care, both overs.
And that one flashed away down to third.
Yeah, finally a bit of joy for Coalesce. That one was a little bit straighter. I think he might have taken that off his off stump, or maybe even middle and off. I don't know if he was looking to get it behind square on the offside. I don't think it was quite out the middle, but he got enough of it. That's the important thing. He got enough on it and got it through the gap.
Down for 4 runs. Last ball of the over.
And dot to finish. So 8 for 2 after 2 overs. Pak-I-Care taking control of this game quite firmly now. And I was impressed with that over, the fact that he managed to go across the right-hander from a left arm over. That's not easy to do, and consistently. And it really helps when, as a fielding captain, you know, if you know your bowler can put it in the same place, it allows you to set fields specifically for that ball, and really helps to sort of apply that pressure, have fielders in the right place, and not have to be protecting against the bad ball or the one that strays. So it's all looking good for Pak-I-Care at the minute.
Bilal Mahmood to face. Same action, left arm. Did get some bat onto it. It squirts down to fine leg. They managed to harry to get 2 runs.
Yeah, again, not quite where he was aiming it, but he got enough of it.
Protected his wickets and got a run.
Yeah. Oh, well held.
Now off his back foot, he really didn't have enough on that, and it went straight up into the air. Soundly caught at mid-off.
Yeah, he was kind of chopping it a little bit, wasn't he, off the back foot, so he wasn't really in position to hit a full-blooded shot, and that's why he couldn't get it over the infield. Paid the penalty.
And walking back to the pavilion. And it's Umair to come in, the captain.
He needs a captain's innings now.
Needs to lead from the front, Steve.
Yeah, and it's good bowling. There aren't, there's no gimmies out there, so you've got to try and make something happen. But that comes with risks, unfortunately, Hugh. So yes, it's going to take something special for Coalesce to break the shackles here.
Moves his feet well out to leg side, but connects with the ball and just hits it down to into cover. But no run scored.
Yeah, nicely played shot for none. Giving himself a bit of width again outside leg stump. Oh, I think that's a good idea. Just you've got to try and make something happen here. If the bowling's tight and accurate, you've got to move yourself around a bit and give yourself a bit of space. But so decent idea, but still no runs this over, unfortunately for them.
But as he was moving, the ball came down the leg side. It's hit him hard on that right leg, on that right hip.
Yeah, he's rubbing himself around the hip region.
It turned, didn't it?
It
turned into him.
It came back in. I mean, it was all taking place well outside leg stump, but it came back into him, and he kind of squared himself up. And I think he's going to probably have a bruise, but I don't think it's going to be anything more serious than that, thankfully. Again, I don't mind the idea. He's trying to move around the crease. He's trying to get in different positions, but he's just not executing.
That's a better shot. Baba fielding at a mid-wicket position.
And that's the end of the power play, 11 for 3. Well, obviously I think as a bowling side you take that 10 times out of 10. Sometimes the power play or the end of the power play can actually kind of see an increase in scoring rates. It doesn't always go with convention. Maybe
Correct, Steve. The field has moved around, different positions. Are they protecting boundaries? Are they coming in for catches? It's looking like a pretty defensive field.
Yeah, they've got all the men they can have out on the ropes. So they're not going in for the kill here, Pak-I-Care. Let's see as the innings progresses, if they get another couple of wickets, they might change that. But at the minute, they seem to be quite happy to give singles away. And the way they're bowling, to be honest, even they're not easy to come by.
A huge walk over to the offside by Umair Mughal facing. He fails to capitalise on that. It's another dot ball.
Yeah, last over he was stepping outside his leg stump. This time now he's tried another tactic of stepping outside his off, but unfortunately it's very little effect again.
And that's good bowling. Umair asking the umpire if that's wide. Umpire Patterson quite confidently saying no wide given.
Yeah, he left it. It was a nice leave, but
again he was walking off down. Actually, this time to the back to the leg side. And there was the nick.
And wow, well you heard.
And he's been given.
And the finger.
And the finger has gone.
The finger has finally gone up. Yeah.
He is out. I think we even heard it from here, didn't we, Steve?
Well, that's right. You said there's the nick, and I heard it myself, and I wondered what the hold-up was with the umpire. But I think we've got the right decision.
Yeah, we can see on the replay. Just pitching outside off stump. It's certainly a flash to it. His bat was very close.
Yeah, and it couldn't have been anything else. The sound was definitely the sound of
bat meeting ball.
Yeah, it wasn't bat on ground or anything like that. So
the score's 11 for 4 wickets. 3 overs done. We're into the 4th over, 4 balls down. Pak-I-Care really now taking charge. Despite that field set, Steve, I thought they might be putting the foot on the throat, but they were protecting boundaries, but the bowler is taking wickets. So,
well, they're bowling very well, aren't they? They're bowling in the channel. You know, as I say, they've been getting it across the batter from left arm over, and if you're bowling that accurately, then you only really need a keeper to catch it. Well, I do wonder if Pak-I-Care might try a few things with the final coming up once they get this game won, which, you know, it's looking is almost there.
And a big swing for the first ball.
If they get another wicket or two quickly and the game is, you know, as good as done early, will they try 1 or 2 extra bowlers just with the final in mind? Will they experiment?
They're certainly giving themselves the luxury of that position, aren't they, Steve? Taking such a command now. That's a wide ball.
Yeah, definitely, Hugh, and they're looking very good value in all departments here as well, with the ball as well as with the bat. I think we saw them get some big runs earlier in this tournament, but they're winning this with the ball for me particularly.
No result, and that's the end of the over. 12 runs for 4 wickets. 4 overs completed. So Coalesce, Catalunya Coalesce needs 106 runs from 6 overs, from 36 balls.
Yeah, and my maths worked that out at roughly about 18, somewhere in the region.
17.67. You're not far off, Steve.
Far off. Yeah, and it's difficult to know what to advise Coalesce here. I mean, we saw a big swing off that last ball, and if you middle that, or even if you get a thick outside edge, that can be going to the boundary. But how many times if you play that shot 6 times and over, how many of them are you going to middle compared to if you just try and get a bit on it and run it away for singles? It's difficult to know what to advise against this type of bowling.
That's well fielded. Well fielded at gully.
I think he hit the batter was in, but I think he hit the stumps, didn't he, with the throw?
Just get the single from that. That's a good ball, good line and length. Coming over on right arm over.
Yeah, I like the length up. Just back of a length, not short, not full, and a bit of bounce as well made it very difficult to play. Is one for the over. There was a lot more bounce on that one. A bit shorter, a lot more bounce. He had a go at it, and while he had a go, he didn't get too close, but at least he had a go at it.
One run scored as it squeezed out to square leg.
To point, wasn't it, the left-hander?
Sorry.
To point to the left-hander.
The left-hander.
I'm just wondering if Pak-I-Care might try a bit of pace off late on things again, thinking about the final. Make sure they've got everybody sort of loose.
Four runs scored.
Well played that, used the pace of the ball, guided it well. Yeah, I think Pak-I-Care are winning this very, very well with this bowling attack, but I think there might be some mileage in them making sure everybody they might need in the final is loose, has an over under their belt today.
That finishes the over. We're at 18 for 4 with 5 overs done. Halfway through the innings. It does seem as that the chase is getting well beyond Catalunya Coalesce's hands.
Yeah, up to 20s now, so very difficult to see much that Coalesce can do about this, but they're having a few swings. Might have a bit of fun, at least, over the next 5 overs. Might see a bit of action. And that's a wide. We've not seen too many of those this innings, and it's 4. It's gone for 4 as well, so they've not given many away in extras. But there's a few more. Maybe a bit of a loosener. Let's see if he can get his line right with what will be the first legal ball. That's another wide, so it's taking him a little bit of a while to get his line right. And he's got that one straight. He's got a bit of bat on it. Kind of, I'm not quite sure how to describe that shot, but he's got it out to mid wicket. Got a bit of a scrape or something. It wasn't in the air. It was fairly flat. He's been trying to get into a few different positions to try and play various shots. Not necessarily textbook, but at least he got some in on that one. And he's straight again wide of the off stump. He's not too happy with that one. A little bit of a brief teapot moment, but nothing too serious, nothing to worry about. And there's a wicket, so he gets another one. I think it's only his second legal ball of the over, but it's a wicket. Another. Oh, and hold on. I may have spoken too soon. Just keeping an eye on there. The important information is that it's not out. I'm not sure if there was. I haven't seen a signal for a no ball myself, so I can't imagine what else it would be. And there's a free hit being signalled, so I didn't see the signal for a no ball, but it clearly must have been one. I think it might have been a no ball in terms of short balls for the over. And that's wide. So there's plenty of incident this over. The free hit carries over. And yeah, we're still only on one legal ball, second legal ball of the over coming up. So just to sort of confirm, I think that wicket must have been a no ball for a second short ball in the over. That's why he wasn't out. And there's another wide. This time now he's come round. He had been bowling left arm over. He's come round, but it's not done the trick because he's still sprayed that one wide. So
and it's still a free hit.
And it's still a free hit. So I wouldn't say the pendulum has completely swung over to Coalesce's side, but at least they've got a bit more to sort of. Well, a bit more on the scoreboard, most importantly, this over.
I think the skipper's coming over to have a word with the bowler, try and calm him down. Get back to basic line and length. No, it's gone high. But down to a third man.
Well, it's a legal ball. He's gone back over, hasn't he? And it's a legal ball. That's the big news. I've lost count of how many times he's run in this over, but he's only bowled 2 legal balls.
Yeah, 4 balls remaining of the over.
And now he's bowling to the left-hander. This might help him. First ball to the left-hander is a legal ball in the left-hander's off-stump channel. Good ball. So maybe he gets a couple of those under his belt and he'll settle down.
Wide outside off stump. Was greeted with the bat. Single taken.
Yeah, well played, but there's a man down there at sort of well, what was backward point to the left-hander, or more or less point boundary, straight to him for a single.
And that confused the fielder. He didn't see it at all. It went right up in the air at extra cover.
Yeah, I wonder, did he lose it off the bat? So yeah, his teammates had to alert him to it.
Yeah. Again, pushing the ball out to the offside. The sweeper on the boundary brings it in. Good throw straight into the stumps. And that finishes the over. 34 for 4, 6 overs bowled, 4 remaining.
Well, it never rains but it pours, hasn't it? Been struggling with your line and length. You've lots of wides. You get somebody out off a no ball for too many short pitch balls, and then you finally get a genuine wicket or a genuine chance for a wicket, and the fielder hasn't even noticed the catch is coming his way. Some days or some games it's just not going your way.
It's a big ask now. 84 runs from 4 overs. New bowler.
Yeah, I mean, that was a costly over for Pak-I-Care, but the rate actually went up. The required rate actually went up.
Now opting for spin, Pak-I-Care. Just a single taken off that ball. Right arm over, leg break action.
I think he's
changed. He's switching to the left-hander.
Well, I don't know that. This could be a no ball. I'm not sure. Have to keep an eye on the umpires if that's a waist-high no ball. No, looks like he's got away with that one.
37 for 4.
Well, same again. This time it's gone to the ropes, but...
And 4 runs.
And 4, but again, he's got away with the no ball there. Those two are both kind of a similar height, I think. So I guess either both of them or neither of them should have been.
And another 4 runs scored.
4 more, yeah. He's changed back to over the wicket. He managed to land that one, but it's still gone for 4. So a bit of cheer for Coalesce. I mean, it's probably going to be too little too late, but at least they're having some fun.
That one being struck down to mid-on. Right-hander facing.
He's staying over.
Swiped his square leg. And that's the end of the over. 47 for 4.
Well, it just shows the scale of the task for Coalesce. I think they were 18 off 5 overs, which meant they needed 20 and over from there on. They've taken, a quick bit of maths, 29 off 2 overs, and of course the run rate's gone up. 16 off the previous one, 13 off this one, and the run rate's gone up after both of those, which just shows the scale of the task.
23.67 is now the run rate required.
And it looks like I've got some more spin.
Right arm over. They clip and it goes down beyond first slip.
Yeah, 2 runs. I didn't, not quite sure where he was aiming that, but anyway, got it away for 2.
That one hit on the full toss. Back over the bowler's head. Collected by fielder at mid-on. Score is now 50 for 4. Batsman strides down the wicket. And it's a big hit.
That's a very
Nearly
good
taking
shot.
out one of the scorers. That's 6 runs.
Lovely shot that, used his feet very well, got to the pitch, nice clean shot, impressed with that. After that first ball, I thought they might be tempted to bring a slip in. First ball's kind of edged down to deep third, but since then, he's gone for a little bit of tap off the next couple of balls, so he might have to think about keeping the fielders out on the ropes instead for a bit longer.
Oh, that's a good ball, well collected by the wicket-keeper. Dot ball. He came striding down the wicket again, but that was his undoing. Collected by the wicket-keeper and stumped. Off he goes.
Well bowled. As a bowler, I think certainly as a spinner, if somebody comes down the track 160 for 6, comes down the track a second time, gets stumped, I think you take that every time, don't you? So well bowled for sticking to his guns and got his reward.
Now at 56 for 5.
I wouldn't be critical of the batter though. When you're obviously chasing 20 plus and over, you've got to try and make things happen. Brings risk with it. If something's been effective once, try it again. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to know what the answer for Coalesce is here. They've got to take some serious risks, and yeah, that obviously brings with it dangers.
Last ball of the over. Sher Ali is the incoming bat. Takes his guard. Swings at the ball, but it's missed. And it's a dot ball in the end of the over.
Well, some good stuff in that over, the ones he landed. Bit of a mixed bag, but he got a little bit of bounce as well. So 56 for 5 off 8, 31 required, so it's going to take something incredibly dramatic from here on in, and I just wonder if how Pak-I-Care are going to go with their bowlers. It looks like they're going back with, is it Ali? Looks like they're going for him again. Thought they might be tempted to give one or two other guys an over or 2.
That's hit hard. That is hit hard, very hard, but straight to Baba.
Well, he didn't have to move.
He didn't have to move. Straight down his throat and wicket taken. .56 for 6. 5 balls remaining in this over.
Just looking around at the field, they're still keeping men out here, Pak-I-Care. I mean, that one went to Baba, who was kind of maybe 2/3, 3/4, not right on the ropes. But I suppose if they're taking captors in the deep, they might as well leave them out.
No, that was well wide. It's gone in the air, but chopped short of mid-wicket. Just the single taken. Certainly gave a big swing at that one, but no connection. Dot ball. It's connected with that one, and that has sailed over square leg. 6 runs. What a great shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. It was kind of in the slot a bit, but it's not the batter's fault. He's still got to put it away. Very well timed. Lovely, clean connection. And, well, cleared the boundary by quite some distance.
Goes again, but this time it's 4 runs. It's a boundary, but 4 runs. That's 10 runs in 2 balls.
Well, a little bit of late resistance from Coalesce. He's moving around a bit, this batter, isn't he? Moving sort of from leg to off back.
That's short. But this time protected by square leg fielder.
Just one, and that will give him the strike.
For the final over. Final 6 balls.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing there, sort of moving sort of between leg and off, not so much up and down the track, but between leg and off. Got in a bit of a mess early on in the over doing that, but then later on in the over got value for it, so well played.
Shafi to take the final over. Right arm over. Pushes the batsman right back to protect his stumps. Goes in the air. Shafi lurges forward. Try and take the catch. It's just too far for him to reach.
Yeah, if I'd just bowled that ball, I would be saying to my captain, I want a short leg. It would have been pretty much a gimme for him.
And umpire Patterson gives that as wide ball.
And if I was the captain after that ball, I'd be saying that's why you're not having a short leg. It's a bit of a mixed bag so far this over.
Again, defensive shot. blocking. Came through with a bit of pace.
Yeah, and that would have been a gimme for silly mid off that one. They have got a guy relatively close, sort of short cover. Oh, like that.
But he's got hold of that, but down to square leg fields. Oh, and a great throw in.
Well, I like that bit of inventiveness from the batter. Stepping back outside leg wasn't working, so he stepped across to off and got a bit of value for it. So well played for that.
Having to block that ball out. Shafi pushing the batsman back. Full length ball. Another good line and length. Results in a dot ball.
Well, he's got
last ball remaining in the innings.
Got some wheels, and to say he's not actually, this is his first over of the innings. It's impressive that you got someone like this up your sleeve.
And there's just a single taken on the last ball of the innings. Pak-I-Care win by 45 runs.
Thoroughly deserved, very comfortably. A little bit of fun for Coalesce later on in the innings, but yeah, I think they've impressed, particularly with the ball. I mean, they got a reasonable score, more or less 12 and over, but I was very impressed with the lines and then the lengths that Pak-I-Care bowled in that innings. Very well played, very deserved.
And even in their batting, Steve, Pak-I-Care, they lost a couple of their big hitters at the beginning, but they recovered their position and they collected 117 runs and then put them back in control of the game. And it was just too much for Coalesce in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the start Pak-I-Care made, there was something like 11 for 3 after the power play, and we would have liked to have seen it, but just for make it exciting. But I think Coalesce were never really coming back from there. But they can be fairly happy with that effort. Coalesce, they've got a decent score overall, really. When we saw that Costa failed to chase 59 in the earlier game, so so they can take some credit out of the way they batted and battled up to 71. Coalesce, but yeah, absolutely clear victory and well deserved for Pak-I-Care.
So the next game up is Pak-I-Care in the final, playing Levante CC, and we look forward to seeing you shortly. We're taking a break, quick break, and we'll be back to you.